from New... Well...
Thank you. Thanks so much for joining me on my first night as host of On Air at NBC Studios. Exciting, right? Yay! We are coming to you live from 30 Rockefeller Plaza, where some of my late night idols got their start. We've got a terrific show for you tonight, but first say hello to the 30 Rock and Roll Band. Can you believe this, Bryce? From a tourist to host of On Air at NBC Studios, I'm in under 30 minutes. Wow. I'd probably settle for a reality. That went really fast. On Air has so much talent behind the scenes. Let's give it up for the crew. I'm so excited to bring out our first and only guest. They are starring in a new blockbuster action film being shot right here in New York. One of the best in the business. Please welcome John McElvey. Hello, John. Great to have you here.
Well, thank you.
How's New York treating you?
New York is too big of a city. It took me 45 minutes to find a restroom. And when I finally did, there was no toilet paper.
All right, we'll work on that. So the film sounds incredible. It has a huge budget and is filled with A-listers. How did you land this role?
I was in London, and I was overlooking the Thames River. And on my phone came the script, and there's this heavenly glow that seemed to permeate all of the skyline. And I said, this role has to be for me. So I called my producer, you know, John Smidlehouse down there.
Oh, the little guy. Yeah, nice guy.
Little guy with the lovely gray hair. Told him to get in touch with me, that role is mine. And so he got in touch with him, and sure enough, I had to wait, but 30 minutes later I got the role.
Well, it sounds like everything is really working out for you these days. So I hear you're doing your own stunts.
Yes.
Okay. What is that? What is the craziest stunt you had to do so far?
Well, I shot a film about Vietnam, and so I'm very familiar with helicopters. And so this was a very difficult stunt because I was up at 2,500 feet. 2,500 feet. And I was asleep. Okay? And what they do is when you're sleeping, they have to electrically charge you. So they run a 180-volt charge to a personal part of your anatomy. Yeah. And then they dump you out of the helicopter at 25 feet.
2,500, or they come down?
Yeah, they come down
Gotcha.
in an 18-second span. And then, boom, I hit the ground.
Well, you know what? Last time I did that, I woke up in New Orleans.
Yeah, I can picture that.
I also heard you've been filming some noisy action scenes late at night in the Lower East Side. What's the worst complaint that you've gotten?
A rabbi came up, and he was very unimpressed with our 2 a.m. actions. And I told him that we have a commitment to keep the bars open in New York till 4 a.m.
This is true.
He did not seem to be too happy with my answer at the time. And so after I gave him 4 martinis, he quietly rolled away and we were able to continue our
4 kosher martinis. Yeah,
Yes.
sounds like a typical morning at my house. Yeah. Your co-star has been in the news a lot lately. How has it been working with them?
Well, back to what I was telling you before the show. I do check driver's license for all my co-stars, so all of them are of a senior age, at least 18 years of age. And that's important nowadays. And I really feel I've had some of the best co-stars that you could find. Because one time when I was on the Volga River, I had a vision.
And for our audience, where is the Volga River?
It runs north to south in the country.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Great.
and so I'm on the Volga River, and I had a vision, and this came to me from heaven. And so I know that my co-stars are part of this radiant glow that will permeate the movie as you go to see it.
A lot of religious themes, rabbis, heaven. Well, let them know I send my best. Wouldn't want to get on their bad side.
No.
John, we are so lucky to have you here today. What has been your favorite part of this wonderful NBC tour?
Oh, I just think knowing that I will be a part of the greatness of this theater, and I envision perhaps the whole wall having my pictures on it, and everyone walking by with solemn dedication.
Well, my favorite part is definitely sitting down with you today and reviewing some of these wonderful comments and things that you've brought up. Yeah.
Did you make it to the prom room? I snuck in and grabbed this, and I'm going to take it home with me.
Well, I did go to the prom room when I was 18, and I did check out the prop room as well. I did hear you had sticky fingers, heard from your wife, heard from the rabbi, heard it from the shoot in Vietnam. Well, I'm glad you love the tour. There is so much talent and history in this building. In fact, I just realized I'm sitting at Jimmy's old desk. Can I take this thing with me? Can you believe we are out of time? You have to come back and visit again. Will you please do that at home? Please do that here in the studio. It was lovely. Do you want a napkin? Are you okay?
I'm going to miss you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so yes, skipping to the so good to have you here. Thanks for dropping by. Or stay classy, San Diego. Yeah.
The next time I'd like to be in the Tonight Show.
And you sure will. And I'd rather have better guests. Right. I'd like to thank everyone who made On Air NBC Studios possible today. Dwight Spearsall, the 30 Rock and Roll Band, and the talented, wonderful John McElvey, our wonderful camera operators, and of course our crew in the control room. Thank you for visiting. We hope you enjoy the rest of the tour at NBC Studios. I'm Pasha Yamsahari. Good night and good morning.